Converse sneakers, the timeless classics that have been on more adventures than Indiana Jones, more stages than rock stars, and probably in more closets than Grandma's China collection. But how exactly are these iconic kicks made? Were Converse really used as war shoes back in the day? Is Sydney Sweeney naturally blonde? Well, I think we should stick with the shoes part in this video. Today we're taking a deep dive into the world of Converse production. From humble beginnings as rubber and fabric to becoming the go-to shoes for rebels, artists, and everyone who's ever felt too cool to tie their laces properly. Before we start, do me a little favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that, one friend who owns so many pairs of Converse, they might as well be a brand ambassador. You know who I'm talking about. All right, let's lace up and get started. Converse sneakers don't just pop out of nowhere like toast from a toaster. They start as an idea, a spark of inspiration in the minds of designers who somehow managed to make canvas and rubber look cooler than a leather jacket on a motorcycle. The creative process begins with sketches, endless sketches. Think of it as doodling, but with the stakes cranked up to 11. These sketches are more than just pretty pictures. Designers obsess over every line, every curve, and every inch of stitching placement. The goal? To create something that screams iconic while remaining true to Converse's 100-year legacy. It's like trying to reinvent pizza. It's already perfect, but hey, why not add pineapple this time? Okay, maybe that's the opposite of what I was trying to say. Adding pineapple just ruins pizza. My apologies to the Italian mafia for even mentioning it. Please don't put a horse head in my bed, but I hope you get the point though. Converse has a knack for keeping its designs simple yet timeless. The designers often draw inspiration from various subcultures: punk rock, skateboarding, streetwear, and even high fashion. Every line and stitch is meant to capture that elusive cool factor. The Chuck Taylor All-Star line, for instance, wasn't always the global style statement it is today. It started as a performance basketball shoe, but over the years, its understated design became a blank canvas for self-expression. Whether it's scrawling your favorite band's name on the white toe cap or splashing them with paint, these shoes are a love letter to individuality. Once the design is finalized, it's handed off to engineers and material scientists. These folks ensure the shoes don't just look good, but also perform well. I mean, you don't want your Converse falling apart mid-concert, during a mosh pit, or during that one time you finally attempted skateboarding. They plan everything, from the thickness of the sole to the weave of the canvas, with precision that would impress even a NASA engineer. Let's talk materials. Converse shoes are famously made from canvas, a fabric so versatile it could probably double as a camping tent in a pitch. The canvas is sturdy, breathable, and durable enough to survive years of wear, tear, and the occasional spill of questionable concert beer. But the real star of the show is the vulcanized rubber sole. Vulcanization isn't just a fancy word you use to impress people at, trivia night. It's a process that makes rubber stronger, more elastic, and heat resistant. This is why Converse soles can take a beating while still keeping your feet comfy. It's like giving rubber superpowers. Here's a little known fact. Converse didn't start as a sneaker company. When it was founded in 1908, the company specialized in galoshes and rubber boots. That expertise in rubber products laid the foundation for the durable soles we love today. The transition from functional footwear to sporty sneakers was a game changer that set Converse apart from the competitors. But wait, there's more. Converse doesn't just slap any old materials on your shoes. For special editions and collaborations, they often experiment with premium or unique materials. Some limited runs feature suede, leather, or even vegan-friendly alternatives made from plant-based components. Recent years have seen Converse embrace sustainability with designs that include recycled plastic, organic cotton, and even innovative materials like pineapple leather. Yeah, your sneakers could someday be a fruit basket for your feet. The materials are sourced with care, ensuring consistent quality. After all, Converse can't afford to mess up. These shoes are worn by everyone, from high school kids to celebrities strutting down red carpets. Yeah, Converse sneakers at a black tie event are a thing now. And honestly, we're here. Now let's take a step into the factory, the birthplace of every pair of Converse sneakers you've ever owned. Imagine a giant warehouse filled with buzzing machines, conveyor belts, and workers moving with the precision of a symphony orchestra, if that orchestra were entirely focused on making shoes. The journey begins with the cutting process. Large sheets of canvas are laid out and cut into specific shapes to form the uppers. This isn't a job for scissors you found in your kitchen drawer. Industrial machines do the cutting, ensuring every piece is perfectly sized. The journey of the canvas isn't as straightforward as you might think. Before it's cut into shapes, the fabric undergoes treatments to enhance its durability and water resistance. This step is particularly important for limited edition or outdoor-inspired models. Some fabrics are dyed in-house, ensuring those bold reds, cool blacks, and pristine whites are consistent across batches. The dyeing process uses eco-friendly techniques in most factories, reducing water waste and chemical runoff. The canvas is then inspected for any inconsistencies, like uneven texture or minor flaws. Factories often use high-powered cameras or even AI systems to spot imperfections. It's like a canvas beauty contest, only the best make it to the next stage. But what's the story behind the star patch on your high tops? Spoiler, it's more functional than you think. Once the canvas pieces are ready, they're stitched together to form the recognizable shape of a Converse shoe. This stitching is where the iconic design comes to life. The signature diamond pattern on the sole, the star patch on the high tops, and those little eyelets for your laces. It's all stitched with care because, let's be real, nobody wants a Converse shoe with crooked stars. Here's a fun fact. The eyelets, the small metal rings for the laces, aren't just decorative. They serve a practical purpose, ensuring the laces glide smoothly while adding a touch of industrial chic to the overall design. These tiny details are installed using precision machines, and each eyelet is aligned perfectly. If one eyelet is out of place, the shoe doesn't pass the quality test. Speaking of attention to, detail, the iconic star patched on high tops is applied with care. For decades, this patch was hand-sewn, though modern machines now handle the task with equal precision. However, for limited edition collections, some factories still use manual techniques to maintain an artisanal feel. While this is happening, the rubber sole is being prepared in another part of the factory. Vulcanized rubber is poured into molds and heated to create the sole's iconic shape. Watching this process is oddly satisfying. It's like seeing a perfectly poured latte, but for your feet. Rubber vulcanization is the heart of the Converse production process. It begins with raw rubber, which is mixed with sulfur and other additives to create a material that can withstand anything from a skateboarding wipeout to a musical festival mosh pit. This mixture is heated to about 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit, a temperature so precise that even a slight variation could ruin the entire batch. A fascinating part of this process is the sidewall stripes, the thin, smooth lines encircling the sole. These strips are painted using special machines that ensure the paint won't chip or fade easily. Workers often refer to this step as the makeup of the shoe. It's the final touch that completes the Converse look. One of the most fascinating steps in the Converse factory is the heat sealing process. After the canvas upper is stitched together and the rubber sole is molded, the two are joined using heat and pressure in a machine that looks like it could double as a time machine. This process is so precise that it's timed to the millisecond. The heat softens the rubber just enough to fuse it with the canvas, creating an unbreakable bond. Some workers call this the wedding ceremony of the shoe. It's where the two main components, become one. After bonding, the shoes are placed in an oven to ensure the adhesive sets perfectly. Yeah, Converse shoes are literally baked to perfection. The next step is the assembly, where the canvas upper and rubber sole come together like peanut butter and jelly. They're bonded using industrial strength adhesives and pressure, creating a seamless connection. It's the shoe equivalent of a power couple, stronger together and impossible to separate. Once assembled, every shoe goes through rigorous quality checks. Workers inspect each pair, looking for flaws like uneven. The best pairs make it to the box, ready to hit store shelves and your wardrobe. You thought quality checks were just about eyeballing the shoe? Well, think again. Converse employs multiple levels of inspection, including stress tests. Shoes are bent, twisted, and stomped on by machines to simulate years of wear and tear in just a few minutes. If a shoe can survive this torture chamber, it's deemed worthy of gracing your feet. In some factories, workers even test the shoe's water resistance by exposing them to light sprays. Limited edition waterproof models undergo rigorous dunk tests, ensuring they can handle puddles without embarrassing leaks. Every Converse shoe that passes these tests is stamped with a unique batch number, allowing the company to trace its production history if issues arise later. And here's the twist you didn't see coming. Converse wasn't just a sports and fashion icon, it also played a role in history. During World War II, the company produced boots and gear for the US military. Soldiers marched in Converse, giving the brand a rugged reputation that extended beyond basketball courts. Enjoying this deep dive into Converse production? Smash that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes looks at your favorite products. And hey, share this video with someone who thinks their beat-up pair of Chucks is a personality trait. They'll thank you. Or not, but it's worth a shot. Ever wondered why Converse shoes have those two mysterious holes on the side? Hint, it's more than just style. What makes Converse shoes so universally beloved? For starters, they're versatile. You can wear them to a punk rock concert, a first date, or even a casual office meeting, and nobody bats an eye. They're like the denim jeans of footwear, always in style, no matter the decade. Then there's the history. Converse has been around since 1908, and their iconic Chuck Taylor All-Star line debuted in 1923. Originally designed as basketball shoes, they've since become a staple in music, fashion, and pop culture. It's as if Converse sneakers graduated from college and decided to dominate every career field at once. Their connection to nostalgia. Owning a pair of Chucks is like owning a piece of history. From the basketball courts of the 1920s to the concert stages of the 1970s and the coffee shops of today, they've transcended trends and generations. It's rare to find a product that's loved equally both by teenagers trying to be edgy and their parents reminiscing about their rebellious youth. Have you ever noticed the two extra holes on the side of Converse sneakers? They're not just there for aesthetics. These holes were originally designed for ventilation, keeping your feet cool during intense basketball games or summer strolls in the park. Some creative fans even use them as an alternative lacing option, giving their shoes a unique look. And let's not forget the price point. Converse shoes are stylish, durable, and compared to other iconic brands, relatively affordable. It's like getting designer vibes without the designer price tag. We have to talk about vulcanization again, because this process is the unsung hero of Converse production. The rubber soles are heated with sulfur, which strengthens the rubber while making it flexible. This is why your Converse sneakers can withstand years of use without cracking or falling apart. The vulcanization process also gives Converse shoes their signature look and feel. The soles are textured for grip and molded for comfort, ensuring that you can walk, dance, and maybe even awkwardly run in them without worrying about slipping. Why are some Converse collaborations priced like rare art? The answer might surprise you. Converse shoes aren't just footwear, they're cultural icons. They've graced the feet of everyone from Elvis Presley to Kurt Cobain to, even Harry Styles. They've been immortalized in movies, TV shows, and music videos, cementing their status as more than just shoes. Converse shoes have also played supporting roles in some of Hollywood's most iconic films. Think of the red high tops worn by Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, or the countless pairs spotted on characters in John Hughes movies like The Breakfast Club. These shoes are more than props. They're visual shorthand for cool, approachable, and a little rebellious. Even superheroes get in on the action. Miles Morales, the new Superman, swings through New York City in his trusty pair of Chucks. Well, mostly he wears Jordans in the movie, but you can spot him swinging in the Chucks every now and then. Did you know that Converse was one of the first brands to have a celebrity endorsement? Chuck Taylor, the basketball player whose name graces the All-Star line, didn't just wear the shoes, he actively promoted them. In the 1930s, Taylor traveled across the US, holding basketball clinics and introducing the shoes to players and coaches. This grassroots marketing effort made Converse synonymous with basketball long before Nike or Adidas entered the game. In the 1970s and 80s, Converse became a symbol of rebellion, worn by punk rockers and skaters who rejected mainstream trends. By the 2000s, they'd become a staple of alternative fashion, proving that you could wear the same shoes as your parents and still look cool. What's next for Converse? The brand is constantly evolving, experimenting with new materials and designs. Recent innovations include collaborations with luxury designers and sustainable lines made from recycled materials. The goal is to stay true to their roots while adapting to modern trends, a balancing act they've been acing for decades. Another exciting frontier is customization. Converse has embraced the idea that no two pairs should look the same. Their online platform allows fans to create bespoke designs, choosing everything from colors and patterns to adding personal text or graphics. It's like Build-A-Bear for shoes, but way cooler. The company is also investing in experimental technologies, self-cleaning canvas, shoes with integrated tech that tracks your steps, or even your heart rate? Well, these ideas might sound far-fetched, but so did vulcanized rubber 100 years ago. If Converse's history is anything to go by, the future of footwear is going to be just as iconic as its past. And that's how Converse shoes are made. From canvas and rubber to cultural icons, these sneakers are more than just shoes. They're a legacy. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with every Converse lover you know. What's your favorite Converse story? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, keep rocking those Chucks and walking your own path.